So the court wants to even the playing field. They just don't want a lot of mess around those children. It's hard for children to kind of understand what's going on, to discern what's going on, to see and know. And it's just a lot of things being said on both sides. So the court just kind of comes in and cleans the space up. You know, when you dirty up the space, the court comes and cleans that space out. However they feel like they need to, especially when children are involved. And for those of you all who don't have children, and there's adultery to be determined, depending on what you guys have, I mean, the court can award that person a disproportionate share in majority, or yourself, if you're not at fault, a disproportionate share. The court may allow you to walk with your 401k, you know, when in all actuality, what you've made in your 401k for the times that you all have been married should be going to your spouse. But the court may say no, you know, for whatever reason. They're going to get 25% of your 401k for the time that y'all were married, not 50. Or they're not going to get any of your 401k for the time that you were married, not 50. And so people have to pay attention to this. And what I always tell my clients are, if you don't want to be with somebody, just be honest, open and honest. Create a barrier of separation that is, you know, clear on its face. And you don't create that barrier of separation with lies, deceit, and damn adultery. Excuse my French. That's not what you use. What you use is open communication. Right now, I'm not understanding what's going on in our relationship. I would like to separate for this time. I would like to move out. I would like to move on. And what you got to do is pull yourself out of that marriage and move out and move on. You got to create the separation yourself where the court doesn't allow you to. So that when you create that separation, at least you look like you're being civil. You look like you're trying to do things in the right fashion, and you're not trying to destroy the legitimate ends of the marriage in such a disrespectful way. And the court will reward you for that. So even if you don't have kids, there are ways for you to do things. You might need to, you know, sit down with your wife, have this discussion. You guys may need to get into some sort of post-marital arrangement, draw up some sort of contract that states that you're going to separate, and you guys understand that you're going to separate for some period of time, and that you'll revisit the situation at some period of time. You may not be able to get that spouse to sign it because they may be so vehemently opposed to the separation that they may not want that separation on paper in a contract between you and that person. But what you can do is remove yourself. You never stay in a relationship and deceive the other person. And when you are deceitful, your credibility is out the window. The court does not want to help you because they cannot trust you. Am I understood? So draw back, draw back completely and physically so that the court knows that, okay, well, at this point, you know, I know that I technically should award could award a disproportionate share of the estate, but this gentleman did draw back in a respectful manner. He did let her know what was going on. He did get this arrangement with her, or he was open and honest. And he did let her know that he, at that point, didn't want to be with her anymore. He did move out of the home. So it's not adultery because he's not even there. Does that make sense? But when you are sneaking and your wife thinks you're somewhere or your husband thinks you're somewhere, they catch you with somebody. And that's how they find out. They had no thought process. You never told them that you were going to be with anybody else. That is the problem. It's the deceit. It's the despicableness of the actions that the court will not reward you for. So it's not always about what you do. It's about how you do it. And I'm not advocating for adultery at all. But I do know that people, their hearts change. They want to do what's right genuinely. And sometimes in a fit of fluster or being, you know, pressured in their minds to do the right thing or to either make themselves happy, either one, we tend to lose sight of what's right. So what I'm trying to do is help people do what's right by your spouse or by your wife or husband, so that it doesn't, kick you in the tail in the end. Okay. I'm open to taking questions, guys. Send me an email. Make sure you add yourself to my Instagram, she your lawyer, she_ya_lawyer. And you guys have a fantastic day. Okay. Thank you so much.